Be prepared. Everything you thought you knew about your relationships is about to be transformed on April 12th. The pink moon rises in Libra, not just any full moon, but a cosmic portal that will shatter relationship barriers you've been carrying for years. This isn't just another astrological event. This is a divine intervention. Most people will watch this moon rise without understanding what's truly happening, the invisible shifts occurring within them and around them. The first full moon of spring carries a frequency so powerful it already affecting you, dismantling the blocks that have kept love at a distance. And it's happening whether you realize it or not. And if you've been feeling unusually emotional about your relationships lately, strange dreams about past lovers, or sudden urges to contact someone, keep watching. There's one specific reason why this is happening to you right now, and I'll explain it later, so stay tuned. But first, you need to understand why April 12th is different. This isn't just a pink moon. It's a pink moon in Libra, the sign of balance, harmony, and partnerships. It's also directly connected to the solar eclipse we experienced on March 29th. That eclipse opened a door, and this full moon is about to slam it shut, ending old patterns and bringing something new into focus. The universe has been preparing for this moment. Venus, the planet of love, is stationing direct on the same day after weeks of retrograde Chiron. The wounded healer is aligned with the sun, creating a cosmic surgery for your heart. This rare combination hasn't happened in years and won't happen again for many more. You're standing at a threshold, and what comes next might shake everything you thought you knew about love. The wounds you secretly carry are finally exposed. Something is rising to the surface. That pain you've buried, those patterns you've ignored, they're becoming impossible. Overlook under this pink moon. Chiron isn't just exposing your relationship wounds, it's performing surgery on them. These aren't just any wounds, these are the core beliefs that have shaped every connection you've ever had. The feeling that you're not enough, the fear that love always leaves a pattern of choosing partners who can't truly see you, the walls you built to protect yourself that have only kept love at bay. For some of you, these wounds go back to childhood moments where love felt conditional, where you learned that your worth was tied to performance, where your heart closed to protect itself. For others, these wounds were carved by adult heartbreak, so deep you swore never feel that way again. But here's what's different about this full moon. It's not just showing you the wound, it's finally giving you the key to healing it. The pink moon in Libra creates a perfect balancing energy where you can see both your pain and your power in the same moment. You can finally recognize that what happened to you doesn't define what's possible for you. And this isn't just spiritual talk, this is energy in motion. Your body might feel it already, a heaviness in your chest, finally lifting, tears coming for no apparent reason, or a strange sense of relief washing over you when you think about past hurts. This is Chiron's gift, the wounded healer, showing you that your deepest wounds can become your greatest strength, but only if you're willing to look at them one last time before letting them go. The way you've been giving is about to shift forever. The scales are tipping. They've been imbalanced for too long. This pink moon in Libra isn't just illuminating your relationships, it's exposing the uneven exchange of energy that's been draining you. Have you been the one who always gives, the one who compromises first, the one who puts everyone else's needs before your own? Or maybe the opposite. Have you been holding back, afraid to offer your heart fully, keeping score to make sure you never give more than you get? This isn't about blame, it's about balance. And the pink moon is revealing exactly where your relationships have fallen out of alignment. Because true love isn't about sacrifice, it's about reciprocity. It's not about keeping score, it's about mutual nourishment. Under this moon's glow, you'll feel a shift in your very selves. The people-pleasing patterns, the fear of asking for what you need, the belief that love means losing yourself, they're dissolving. And what replaces them is something revolutionary. The understanding that giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. Some of you will suddenly find the courage to have conversations you've been avoiding for months. Others will feel an unexpected boundary form, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. And for many, there will be a moment of clarity where you finally see how certain Relationships have been depleting rather than fueling your spirit. The pink moon doesn't just expose imbalance, it restores it, but be prepared, because once your standards shift, everything else must shift too, and that includes who stays in your life. And who does the relationships that once felt impossible suddenly clear? Have you noticed that the strange shift in energy between you and someone else? Maybe it's a person you've been in conflict with for months. Maybe it's a relationship that's been stuck in the same painful loop. Or maybe it's a connection that's felt just out of reach, close enough to sense but not to hold. The pink moon is parting the clouds. What once felt complex is suddenly simple. What once seemed impossible is suddenly within reach. This isn't random. It's the result of cosmic forces aligning perfectly to clear the static between hearts, with Venus stationing direct on the same day as this full moon. Relationship entanglements are being untied. The planet of love has been retrograde, causing delays, miscommunications, and bringing old patterns to the surface. But now as Venus moves forward again, so can your heart. You might feel it as a sudden clarity about someone's true feelings for you, or as an unexpected message from a person you've given up on hearing from. Some of you will experience a conversation that finally breaks through the walls that have stood between you, and another words will flow that have been stuck for months. This is what happens when the pink moon removes the blocks between hearts. Suddenly truth can be spoken, suddenly feelings can be expressed, suddenly the distance collapses. But here's the twist: not every relationship is meant to continue. Some connections are clearing so you can finally let them go. Others are clearing so you can finally let them. The question is, can you tell the difference? Your deepest insecurities stop running the show. For too long, your insecurities have been invisible directors of your love story. The fear that you're not attractive enough, not successful enough, not interesting enough, not worthy enough. These beliefs have sabotaged connections before they could even begin. But something strange is happening under this pink moon. Those insecurities are losing their grip. It's like someone turned down the volume on the critical voice that's been narrating your relationships. And in that newfound quiet, you can finally hear the truth. You are enough exactly as you are actually, as this isn't just positive thinking. This is an energetic recalibration. The Libra full moon illuminates your whole self, both your light and your shadow, and asks you to embrace all of it, to recognize that your perceived flaws are often the very things that make you uniquely lovable. Some of you will wake up the morning after the pink moon feeling different in your own skin, a weight lifted, a new confidence that doesn't come from validation but from within. Others will notice the shift in how people respond to you, how they can suddenly see the authentic beauty that you've been hiding. The pink moon isn't just changing how you see yourself, it's changing how you allow yourself to be seen. And when insecurity no longer drives your choices, everything about how you connect with others transforms. But be warned, as this shift occurs, you may find yourself suddenly outgrowing relationships that were built on the foundation of your former insecurities. People who were comfortable with your self-doubt may become uncomfortable with your self-assurance. This isn't a reason to shrink back. It's confirmation that you're finally growing into who you were always meant to be. The echo of past loves finally fades. They've lingered longer than they should have. The ghosts of relationships past, the one who broke your heart, the one who got away, the connection that never fully resolved. Her energy has been like background noise in your heart, making it difficult to fully arrive in the present. The pink moon acts as a cosmic eraser, finally fading these emotional echoes. It's as if the universe is saying enough, it's time to release the past, so your future can begin. This release might not look how you expect. It's not about forgetting these connections or pretending they didn't matter. It's about energetic completion, the kind that allows you to hold the lessons without holding the pain, to honor what was without letting it define what could be. For some, this completion comes through unexpected closure, a dream that feels like a final conversation, a synchronicity that answers a question you've carried for years, or even an actual encounter that brings things full circle. For others, it's more subtle, simply waking up one day and realizing that person no longer occupies your thoughts the way they once did the pink moon in Libra. Understands that true balance can only come when you're not carrying the weight of unfinished. Emotional business. It helps you set down what was never yours to carry the whys, the whats, the iphonies that have kept you tethered to relationships that have served their purpose. As this happens, you'll feel a lightness you may not have experienced in years' space, clearing your heart for what truly belongs there, because the universe abhors a vacuum, and as the past recedes, the present expands to fill it with new possibility, your hidden desires. Finally get permission to speak something is. Stirring within you, desires you've been afraid to name, needs you've been ashamed to claim, parts of your heart that have been silenced for so long. They've almost forgotten how to speak. The pink moon shines its glow on these hidden corners, giving them permission to emerge. This isn't just about sexual desires, though for some that will be part of it. This is about the full spectrum of your relational wants, a craving for deep conversation, for adventures shared with another, for quiet understanding, for passionate connection, for sacred partnership. Under this moon, what you truly want in relationship becomes impossible. To ignore the preferences you've compromised, on the standards you've lowered, the dreams you've downplayed. They're all rising to the surface, demanding acknowledgement. This is happening because the pink moon in Libra knows something crucial. True harmony can only exist when all parts of you are honored, when your needs aren't treated as inconvenient or excessive, but as valid and vital, when your desires aren't something to apologize for, but something to celebrate. For some, this will manifest as suddenly knowing exactly what you're looking for in partnership. For others, it might be the courage to express fantasies or needs you've kept hidden from your current partner. There might be uncomfortable moments as you learn to voice these truths, but the discomfort pales in comparison to the freedom that follows. As Venus stations direct on the same day, there's a cosmic green light for moving toward what you truly want rather than settling for what you think you should. One of the universe is asking, what would love look like if you allowed yourself to have exactly what your heart desires? The greatest block of all fear, true connection. At the core of every other relationship block lies this one, the deep, often unconscious fear of true connection, the terror of being fully seen, fully known, fully loved. Because real intimacy isn't just vulnerable, it's transformative, and transformation, even the beautiful kind, means the death of who you were before the pink moon illuminates this final frontier, the ways. You've been keeping love at arm's length, even as you claim to want it to subtle sabotage the convenient complications, the walls disguised as boundaries, all the ingenious strategies your ego has devised to protect you from the one thing that could heal you, deep, authentic connection. This isn't about blaming yourself. These protections served a purpose once, but under the pink moon's glow, you can finally see them for what they are: outdated security systems guarding against dangers that have long since passed. As this awareness dawns, something miraculous happens. The very fear that has kept you from love begins to dissolve, not because you've conquered it, but because you befriended it, because you recognize that the risk of remaining closed is far greater than the risk of opening. For some, this shift will feel like coming home to yourself after a long journey away. For others, it might be more dramatic, a sudden willingness to be vulnerable where you've always been guarded. Either way, as this final block dissolves, the full meaning of this pink moon becomes clear. It wasn't just about changing how you love others. It was about changing how you allow yourself to be loved. And that, more than anything else, is what will transform your relationships forever. What happens next at dawn, after the pink moon, the moon will fade, its light will diminish, but what it illuminated within you won't disappear with the dawn. The insights, the healings, the shifts in perception, they remain, changing how you move through the world, how you connect, how you love in the days and weeks following the pink moon. You'll notice The evidence conversations flow differently, boundaries feel easier to maintain, your heart speaks more clearly, and somehow miraculously, it's easier to hear the hearts of others too. Some relationships will deepen in ways that surprise you. Connections that were good become great. Partnerships that were struggling find new ground. And yes, some relationships will end not with drama, but with a quiet recognition that they've served their purpose. New people may enter your life drawn to the authenticity. You're now embodying. You'll recognize them by how they feel, not perfect, not flawless, but real, present, aligned with the truth. You now carry. This pink moon wasn't just an event in the sky. It was a turning point in your relationship story, the moment when you finally understood that love isn't something to chase, earn, or prove yourself worthy of. It's something to allow, to embody, to become. And that understanding, that's what will remain long after the moon has waned again. That's the gift you carry forward. That's the promise of the pink moon that will continue to unfold in your life, relationship by relationship, moment by moment, heartbeat by heartbeat. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.